We start the day's other headlines in Texas. Authorities are investigating a deadly shooting at an Austin bar this weekend as a potential act of terrorism. The accused shooter, a 53-year-old naturalized U.S. citizen, was wearing a sweatshirt with an Iranian flag design and the words "property of Allah." At least 2 people were killed and 14 injured when he allegedly opened fire from a car window shortly before 2 a.m. on Sunday. Law enforcement said today they're working with federal officials to determine a motive and whether there are any direct ties to the U.S. war in Iran.
We're thinking about events and what's occurring in the country as well. And so in addition to the fact that this was a huge, complex scene, we're calling in those federal partners to take a look at that as well.
Police shot and killed the gunman, with the mayor of Austin saying their quick response helped to prevent further bloodshed. The Supreme Court today seemed to lean towards loosening a federal law that bars drug users from owning guns. During oral arguments, both liberal and conservative justices appeared to support a Texas man who argued he shouldn't have been charged with a crime because he owns a gun and uses marijuana. It's the same law that led to Hunter Biden's conviction in 2024 before he was pardoned by his father, then President Joe Biden. Critics fear such a ruling could put guns in the hands of serious drug users. A decision is expected by the end of June. In New York today, a court battle got underway that could have a major impact on the music industry. The Justice Department claims that concert giant Live Nation is running an illegal monopoly after merging with rival Ticketmaster in 2010. Officials claim the combined company uses its power to limit competition and drive up ticket prices. Live Nation denies this, saying that the market is more competitive than officials have claimed. The lawsuit was filed during the Biden administration in 2024, making this a rare instance of the Trump DOJ following through on a Biden-era case. The trial is expected to last at least a month. The Trump administration is reportedly planning to abandon its efforts to target a number of law firms seen as foes of the president. That's according to multiple media outlets and represents a dramatic U-turn for the government. The Justice Department is expected to drop its appeals in 4 cases after the firms successfully sued to have punishing measures against them blocked. The order signed by President Trump last year would have severely hampered their ability to do their work, sending shivers through the industry. A number of firms struck deals with the administration rather than fight back. French President Emmanuel Macron says his country will increase the size of its nuclear arsenal for the first time in decades. Speaking at a military base that hosts his country's nuclear-armed submarines, Macron also said France will temporarily allow the deployment of nuclear-armed jets to allies like the UK, Germany, and Poland. His announcement comes amid growing concerns about Russian military aggression and ongoing political tensions with Washington.
Pour être libre donc, il faut être craint.
To be free, one must be feared, and to be feared, one must be powerful. This increase in our arsenal attests to this.
Quant à nos alliés américains,
as for our American allies, their recent national security and defense strategy shows a rearrangement of American priorities and a strong encouragement for Europe to take more direct care of its own security.
France currently has fewer than 300 nuclear warheads, which ranks it 4th worldwide and far behind the likes of the U.S. and Russia. Macron did not signal how many more France will be adding, but it will be the first increase since at least 1992. Officials in South Sudan say at least 169 people were killed after insurgents raided a remote village in the country's far north. The attack took place yesterday in Abinom County near the Sudan border. Local officials say 90 civilians were killed, including women and children. The UN mission in South Sudan says that some 1,000 people sought shelter at its base after the attack. The killings are part of an escalating wave of violence between forces loyal to the current president and those backing an opposition leader, putting the country on the verge of an all-out civil war. On Wall Street today, stocks raced their earlier losses to end largely unchanged. The Dow Jones Industrial Average posted a modest loss of just 73 points. The Nasdaq managed a small gain of around 80 points. The S&P 500 closed the day roughly flat.
This is the PBS News Hour from the David M. Rubenstein studio at WETA in Washington, headquarters of PBS News.
Support journalism you trust. Support PBS News. Donate now, or even better, start a monthly contribution today.